This is Jolie Tripp, founder of Mind Blowing Wellness. Thanks for watching. In this series of videos about digestion, I'll demonstrate the functional evaluation point that assesses the adequacy of stomach acid, also known as hydrochloric acid, also known as HCl, in the stomach. Now remember that these functional evaluation tests are not meant to replace the sophisticated lab tests that can and should be done to assess your health. It's only an additional tool for your use. Now we need HCl to digest our food, to protect us from pathogens, to activate the enzymes that allow us to break down our food, and to disinfect our stomach. Also, it takes a certain level of acidity to trigger the valve to open between the stomach and the small intestine. Now, most of us don't have enough HCl to properly digest our food and take care of all the other important functions of HCl. If you suffer from heartburn, GERD, or acid reflux, you may be thinking, oh, I don't have that problem. I have too much stomach acid. But for most of us, that's simply not true. But it is certainly what the makers of antacids and proton pump inhibitors like Prilosec want us to believe. What actually happens is that if you don't have enough HCl, your food just sits in your stomach and doesn't break down. The carbs ferment, the fats become rancid, and the proteins putrefy. They build up gas, and that forces open the valve that connects your esophagus to your stomach. When that valve opens under the pressure of all that putrefying mess, stomach acid seeps up into the esophagus and it burns. That's what causes acid reflux. When this process repeats over time, that valve weakens and heartburn becomes more frequent. PPIs and antacids can help, but they were only meant to be temporary. They work by lowering your already low levels of HCl. Obviously, antacids are not a long-term solution. We need stomach acid to digest our food. And the more this process continues, the worse things get further down in the digestion system. Suffice it to say, HCl is extremely important to the digestion process. Now let me show you how to test your HCl sufficiency. Either sitting up or lying down, find where your rib cage comes together at its highest point. Using your thumb as your measuring device, come down 1 anatomical inch. That is the length of the end of your thumb to the first knuckle. That's an anatomical inch. Now measure down 1 anatomical inch from the highest point where your rib cage comes together. At that spot, press on the left outer edge of the rib cage with 2 fingers. Now you're not pressing inward, you're pressing on the edge of the rib cage. Now do you feel any pain or tenderness? Rate it on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 meaning I feel the pressure of my fingers but no pain, all the way up to 10 meaning it hurts like heck. Maybe you don't know what that should feel like, so compare that to pushing in on other areas of your rib cage. You should feel no pain when pressing on the edge of your rib cage. Now write down your pain score from that HCl test point and today's date so that you can check your progress as we work together. Can low HCl lead to emotional symptoms? You bet. If you aren't getting the nutrients your body needs to function, emotional symptoms can result. For example, hydrochloric acid helps the body to absorb vitamin B12. If acid production is weak, then the absorption of B12 is weak. Without proper levels of B12, you will feel sad and blue. Now that's just one example of how HCl can affect your moods. Thanks for watching. Be well.